The president of the Antitrust Education Project says businesses like Exxon Mobile are now fighting back against ESG shareholder activist groups. One America's John Hines has more.
The ESG movement has taken on many major corporations, but some are beginning to fight back, such as the oil company Exxon Mobile, for instance, which is now in court in Texas to fight back against activist investors who want to limit the products or perhaps even put the company out of business. With us is Robert H. Bork, Jr. He is the president of Antitrust Education Project, which is taking on the ESG activist investor groups. Mr. Bork, is it reasonable that some activist investor groups perhaps would like to put Exxon Mobile, companies like Exxon Mobile, for instance, which is an oil company, of course, out of business, all in the name of climate?
It's not reasonable. They should try to do that. They are playing a very clever game where these two groups in particular, Arjuna and a group called Follow This, which is a Dutch group, have investors buy shares of target companies like Exxon Mobile, and then they try to put proxy ballots on the annual meeting for shareholders to vote on. In particular, this year they tried to get Exxon Mobile to change its basic business, to accelerate its way out of oil and gas by changing their targets for carbon reduction in a way that was designed not to enhance shareholder value, not to improve the company, but in fact to kneecap the company and ultimately get it out of the oil and gas business, basically to kill the company.
Now, do these activist groups, do they coordinate in any way, or is there any sort of united plan of action which might raise questions of a conspiracy or potentially antitrust activity?
Well, I think there probably is, and it's certainly worth a look by the FTC or the DOJ. Oh, but wait, they won't be looking because they're not interested in that sort of thing. They're more interested in going after other big companies like Amazon and Google and others, and stopping actually a number of really good products and services that consumers want and need.
I think you're referring to, are you referring to Gary Gensler, who is the head of the SEC?
Well, Gary Gensler, as the head of the SEC, got bypassed by Exxon Mobil because they finally have given up any hope that the SEC will act in the benefit of shareholders and management. So that's why they went to court. But no, I'm talking about the Federal Trade Commission and the DOJ, who have the authority to bring antitrust cases. And they are certainly seem to be not interested in ESG coordination, collaboration, and even conspiracy.
And of course, some of these investment companies that manage a lot of these funds, pension funds and so forth, have an ESG agenda, but they seem to have erased the term ESG from a lot of their websites and a lot of their public declarations. Does that mean that they have changed their philosophy or changed their objectives?
No, it means they've changed they have changed their PR. They are doing exactly the same things that they were doing before, except they're not saying the quiet parts out loud anymore. They were quite proud of their positions where they were collaborating and colluding with each other to restrain trade. But then a number of state attorneys general, Republican state attorneys general, started investigating and sending letters. And Jim Jordan and the House Judiciary Committee started sending letters and calling these people. And suddenly the language changed. Things started disappearing from their websites, but they're doing the same thing.
Robert H. Bork, Jr., thank you very much for talking to us on One America News, sir.
Thank you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.